Hi, hello everyone. Welcome again to SCSP Online Education. M3 Math, MLP, and it's me again, your teacher, Master Dan. And actually, this is our lesson 3, right? Okay, so are you ready? Okay, let's go to lesson 3. Lesson 3 is about factorization of a perfect square polynomial. So factorization of a perfect square polynomial. And in factorization of a perfect square polynomial, we have a formula. Number one formula is b squared plus 2ab plus b squared equals the quantity a plus b power 2 or square. Next, second is a square minus 2ab plus b square equals the quantity a minus b square. Okay. So, again, what is the difference? This one is plus, plus, so therefore plus. So, everything here is positive. The second formula is, the other one is negative. A square minus 2ab plus b square equals to the quantity a minus b square. So, again, if this is plus, the first here is plus. Next, if this is minus, that means the second term here is minus. So again, that's the difference. The same, a square, 2ab, b square. If plus, positive, positive. So they have positive. If negative, one is negative, the other one is positive. So therefore, the factors is a minus b quantity square. Now, when you look at this formula, a square. So that means a is any number square. And that means a here is the base or the square root of these whole numbers. For example, this is 3 square. That means this is 9. So again, this is a perfect square. And the square root of 9 is 3. Okay, so again, memorize this formula. Okay, so if you memorize this formula, it's easier to solve. And again, the first term is a square, perfect square. The third term is perfect square, while the middle term is twice the square root of a square and this b square. So 2ab, twice ab. So note, okay, so we have here, take note. The first term and third term are perfect square. So again, the first term and the third term are perfect square. So again, you must have a perfect square. Do you remember the perfect square numbers? Okay. Again, perfect square numbers are 4, 9, 16. So again, any number squared. Any number multiplied by itself is a perfect square number. So the total of or the product. Okay? Next, middle term. Okay, so this one, middle term. The middle term is 2, that means times 2 or twice the product of the square roots of first term and third term. So again, twice the square root of the first term and third term. So we are talking about the middle term. Okay, so again, formula. First formula is a square plus 2ab plus b square equals the quantity of a plus b square. Okay. So next, the second formula is a square minus 2ab plus b square equals the quantity of a minus b power 2 or square. Okay. So let's go to the next example. So we'll go directly to the example. Factorize the following. Okay. Again, memorize the formula. Remember the formula? Okay, again, recall, memorize the formula. Then, after that, it's very easy. Okay. Again, the first term and the third term are perfect square. Look at this one. 25x squared. Is 25 a perfect square? Yes. What is the square root of 25? The square root of 25 or the root of 25 is 5. How about x squared? What is the square root of x squared? Okay. The square root of x squared is x. So therefore, the square root of this quantity, whole quantity of first term is 5x. Okay. So we have here 5x quantity square. So again, you have this square. You take out the square. Why? Because that means 5 square is 25, yes. And x power 2 is x squared. So we have the same. We just change this one into the power 2 style. So that we will have the same as the formula. Because the formula it says a square. So this one is the 5x is what? If you will look at the formula, 5x the a. Okay. Next, the sign is plus. So therefore, use plus. Again, what is the formula? A square plus 2 what? A. What is A? A is the 5x. So A and B is the square root of the third term. What is the square root of 16? Okay, the square root of 16 is 4. How about y square? Okay, the square root of y square is y. So therefore, what is the square root of this b, all b square? What is the b? 4y. Okay, so again, you do 4y. Okay, so that means plus a square plus 2ab plus b square. Okay, now you will check this one. Yes, the first term is a perfect square. The last term is a perfect square. But you will have to check the middle term. Check the middle term. Because if this middle term is not equal to this middle term, that means this equation is not a perfect square. So again, check the first term and the last term. That must be a perfect square. But the middle term must be also twice or 2 times a b, the product of the square roots of the first and the last term. So again, 2 times 5. What is 2 times 5? 10 times x. 10x. So 10x times 4. What is 10x times 4? So 40x times y. So 40xy. So that means it comply. Okay? It comply that this one is a square plus 2ab plus b square. That means this is a perfect square. So that means we can factor them one. Okay, the factor is a plus the quantity b, okay, raised to the power of 2. Okay, the quantity a plus b square. So that means a plus b quantity square. Okay, so that means this is the factor. Okay, the factor means we have square because the factor is 5x and the quantity of 5x plus 4y times the quantity of 5x plus 4y is the same. That means these two terms multiply again by the same two terms. Okay, because they are square. For example, 5 square is just 5 times 5. So that means this quantity square. So that means we have two terms of the same like this one. 5x plus 4y times the quantity of 5x plus 4y. Okay, next. Second example. 16x square plus 24x plus 9. So again, 16x squared. What is the square root of 16? 4. How about x squared? X. Okay, so therefore equals to 4x quantity power 2 or 4x squared. Okay, plus the formula is a square plus 2a. This is a square, so that means this whole quantity inside the bracket is a. 4x 2a b. That means the square root of this one b. What is the square root of 9? Okay, the square root of 9 is 3, so therefore 2ab, or 2 times 4x times 3 plus what? Okay, 3 square. Now check again, always check the middle term. 2 times 4 is 8x. 8x times 3 is 24x. So therefore, it comply. This one is equal to the middle term. So that means this is the perfect square. Okay. What is the factor? Okay, the factor is a plus b quantity square. So 4x plus 3 square. Okay, number 3. X square. What is the square root of x square? Okay, x. Okay, so we'll do have x square. Okay. Next. Remember the formula? A square. Okay, but check this one. This is minus, so therefore a square minus 2ab plus b square. Minus 2. What is a? B is x. B is, what is the square root of 36 again? Okay, the square root of 36 is 6. So therefore, times 6 plus 6 power 2 or 6 squared. And again, check the middle term. The middle term, 2 times 6 is 12, times x is 12x, minus 12x. Okay, so that means this is a perfect square because this is a perfect square, and this is 2 times. Okay? So again, what is the factor? X a minus b quantity square. So a is x, b is 6. So x minus 6 quantity square. Okay. See? Okay. Actually, sometimes you will see it's hard, but you just need to practice. Practice, practice, practice. Then you will be doing good on it. Okay. Okay, so we'll have some practice. Factorize the following. X squared plus 14x plus 49y squared. Okay, so we'll practice this one. What is your answer? Okay, what is the square root of x squared? Yes, the square root of x squared is x. How about 49y squared? What is the square root of 49y squared? Okay, the square root of 49 is 7, while y squared is y. So therefore, most probably your answer is x plus 7y quantity square. But again, this is not sure that this is a perfect square. You must check the middle term first. So let's try to check the middle term. It implies that 2ab. What is our a? Yes, our a is x, while our b is 7y. So we have 2x times 7y. So 2 times x, 2x. 7 is 14, times y is 14xy. So that means, okay, it complies. So therefore, that is a perfect square. Then your answer is correct. Letter B. Okay. Think of your answer. Okay. What is the square root of x squared? Yes, the square root of x squared is x. While what is the square root of 25? It's 5. So therefore, they are both a perfect square. So we can try to have your answer as x plus 5 quantity square. But again, check the middle term. Always check the middle term. Comply the 2ab. 2? What is a? It's x. While b is 5. So 2 times x times 5. So 2 times x is 2x times 5 is 10x. It is correct. So therefore, not a perfect square because the middle term is not correct. So therefore, your answer is this, not correct. So your answer must be not a perfect square. So you cannot use the perfect square formula. Okay. Next, letter C. X squared minus 8x plus 16. Okay, what's your answer? Okay, what is the square root of x squared? Okay, the square root of x squared is x, while the square root of 16 is 4. Now, so your answer is x minus. Okay, always remember this is minus, so x minus 4 quantity square. But again, don't forget to check the middle term, 2ab. What is our a here? Our a is x, while our b is negative 4. So 2x times negative 4 is negative 8x. So therefore, your answer is correct, negative 8x. So again, a perfect square. Okay, so let's go to letter D. 9x squared minus 18xy plus 9y squared. Okay. But before we will proceed, look at this one. 9, 18, 9. Can we have a common factor of this one? 9, 18, 9. Okay, 9, 18, and 9, you can divide everything by what? 9. So you can factor out first 9 before you will proceed to perfect square. Okay, factor out 9. So if you factor out 9, what will happen with this one? 9x squared divided 9 is x. 18xy divided 9 is 2xy. And this one, 9y squared divided 9 is y squared. So you have this answer. Now, just focus on this one. What is the square root of x squared? Okay, x. How about y squared? It's y. So that means this is a perfect square. But remember, the second term is minus. So therefore, 9 times the quantity x minus y squared. Now, we will check the middle term. The middle term. Okay, again, you check the middle term here because we already factor out 9. So, 2 times x times negative y. Okay, what is 2 times x? 2 times x is 2x, minus y is negative 2xy, so therefore a perfect square. So your answer is correct. If it is a perfect square, so again, it complies, negative 2xy. Next, 25x squared plus 30xy plus 9y squared. Okay, when you look at 25, 30, and 9, you cannot factor out anything, so you will proceed. What is the square root of 25? 5. How about x squared? It's x. 9y squared. What is the square root of 9y squared? 3y. So your answer is 5x plus 3y. But again, always check the middle term. Okay, check the middle term. Okay, the middle term is 2ab. And our a here is 5x and b is 3y. So 2 times 5x times 3y. So what is 2 times 5? 10 times x is 10x, times 3 is 30x, times y is 30xy. So therefore, a perfect square. So that means your answer is correct. Because we have a perfect square, then you can use the formula of a perfect square. Lastly, 81x squared minus 68xy plus 16y squared. Okay, so you cannot factor out anything because you cannot divide this one by 2 and also by not by 3. So we'll go this one. 81x squared. What is the square root of 81x squared? Yes, the square root of 81x squared is 9x. How about this one? Again, a perfect square, 4y. So again, 9x, but this is minus, so therefore minus 4y. So we have here 9x minus 4y quantity square. So again, check the middle term. To check the middle term, you will have 2ab. What is our a? 9x. b is negative 4y. So 9x minus 4y. Okay, let's try to check. 2 times 9 is 18x. Times negative 4, 18 times negative 4 is 36. It's negative 72y. So negative 72xy. Are they correct? No. So that means this equation or this polynomial is not a perfect square. So you cannot use the perfect square formula. Okay, do you understand? Okay, so we'll go to the next topic. Next topic is about perfect squares. Okay, perfect squares. So what do you think? Think of any perfect square numbers. Okay, so 1 square is 1. 2 square is 4. So again, perfect square numbers. 9 or 3 squares. 16 or 4 square. 25 or 5 square. So we have many square numbers. So they are called perfect square numbers. Okay, so as they are squares as whole numbers. So no decimal points. So whole numbers. In algebra, x square, x plus a quantity square, x minus 2 quantity square, 2x minus 5 quantity square are also perfect squares. Okay, so note, x plus a quantity square is the same as x plus a times x plus a. So this is just the same as 5 square is 5 times 5. So we have this one, x plus a times x plus a. So we have x square plus 2ax plus a square. So again, this one as perfect square. Again, this is a simplified trinomial. So again, this is a perfect square trinomial or perfect square polynomial because we can get the square root. If you get the square root, you have there x plus a square. A square is a constant term. So this one is a number. Okay, constant term. So for example, we have a square. To solve for a square, if you have 2a over 2 quantity. Okay, so we have here an example. Complete the expression by adding a constant term to make it a perfect square. So we have this. X squared plus 14x is not a perfect square. So we will add the third term to make a perfect square. What are we going to add? 14 over 2 quantity square. So therefore, if you factorize this one, we'll have x. What is 14 over 2? 7. X plus 7 quantity square. But next, x squared plus bx, what will be our third term? Our constant here is b. So we have plus b over 2 quantity square. So again, what is the factor? Okay, so the factor is, if we have this one, the factor of a perfect square is x plus b over 2 quantity square. Okay, so this is the answer. The process we are making us, the process of adding a constant term to an algebraic expression to make a perfect square is known as completing the square. So again, this one is not a complete square. You add the third term, then you make a perfect square. So again, this process is completing the square. Okay? Okay. So now we are finished with our lesson 3. So you have here a worksheet for your lesson 3. So for your worksheet at lesson 3, you scan this one, okay? Scan, and you will get your worksheet in lesson 3, and you can print out. It is in a PDF form. Then again, those who don't subscribe yet, you have this. Scan this one for my YouTube channel. I will be there at Math by Master Dan. I will be solving problems, especially regarding with your worksheets. So your worksheets, you can find the solutions there at my YouTube channel. Okay, good luck. Thank you and keep safe, everyone.